like John Cena. Some man I get buff like John Cena. We used to be cool when I used to come through. Now you wanna act tough like John Cena. G, hyper. G. Some gala want beef like hyena. Some gala get beat, I'm Serena. The gala get loud, the gala get wild. Some gala take shots like tequila. Hyper. Hi. G. Unajifanya mwalimu wangu labda we ni Nyerere. Nanfundisha kutulia labda huna kelele. Takareka na Belinda.
Ramgondo Secondary School. Weta metrikwa nga 2017. Ndiyo ninda tomo mitaone Bono Foundation. And then since ndo umbiro findi ambo al mini it's a former student or learner from a particular school or a university, right? So it's never done campus when you go up campus really how Bono impacted my academic life, right? From the day that I meet until now. Okay, so since you meet a Bono Foundation, like grade 12, the day level that you work data for motivations, and then yeah, during the end of tomato, what is it that nika grade 12, nika tuita zone, right? So the one to speak but when they motivate, baba on at that time, and then the next week, Rabariko assign was the mentor, right? So then from there, the only relationship now, young, I am now mentor, young, Toma on, right? So the mentors ever accommodate a zone, or accommodate Toma, like to the basics, right? How to study in grade 12, right? Because the methods in the past, you always about that much effective, right? And the other thing, over the applications, also apply, all right? Because when the Dutch was going on, was okay, they got to apply. Yes, they got to apply. So maybe I want to study zonity, but I didn't know really. Actually, in detailed and check like the options. If option in the kotia with Ionia ya fail, and then the apply the universities other than in the kotia where car just in case idea something bad, right? So yeah, here's the way relationship, and also Bono Foundation mostly during winter school holidays, watch the Wawakuri tusa, not the like for tutoring and other stuff. And then yeah, not already Zezo.
Kuona mtsundindo wachida kudanga ngano panda richi koopera yakachipida cha guest speaker anava guest speaker wotoma so mtsundoni kudada aita highlight nyana kameke mpeni wa yellow then guest speaker ava kudanga ngano panda DJ
Rotangana we rotangana romarisa divana shinorivo divana rivo divana rono vamasha ndiri rotangana
oyu upintsundeni ndune so before musa chamba kombra toma highlight vana uri ene capable na swio just 2 seconds and then chinende kombera chone chauri mutu mwana kodafa panda udo amba ambo osedzisa mic tsina mlomo so like yezu noni nga uri uko vana vutada angika sound ona vathu vana vakuita swithu zwa hone vapanda vakuna kuthela swithu zwa hone uri navho vanene zwiwane zvinoni ninaluwo uri ni sumedza mwana wave uri hey mwananga ndovya nathenda swithu zwa so zvichi kuna kuthelwa nga phanda ngori ya nna batayedza phanda ayina chifhinga cho tamba phanda golibu
ndi matshiloni vhathu vhoṱhe ndi khou livhuwa mutshimbidza mushumo fhedzi hai ndaela yavho athi nga i tevhedzi ndi ḓo lifha nga murahu athi nga i tevhedzi nga nṱhani ha uri ndi tshifhinga tsha uri ndi introduce vhathu vhane vha khou ḓo vha dzi guest speakers lune ndi khou pfha uri ndi khou introduce vhone nga tshifhinga hetshinoni then vhathu vha kona u pfha zwe vha ri farela zwone hafhanoni guest speaker ya vhoriṋe ane a khou ḓo amba lwo thoma vho Dr. Robert zwiwana uri ni zwi wane ni tea u vha no shuma nga maanḓa so ṋamusi arali ni sa zwiḓivhi ro fara madokotela fhedzi so vho dokotela havhanoni nga nnḓani ha heyo doctorate yavho vha na dzi qualification dzo fhambanaho dzi no include masters in public management and development, postgraduate diploma in executive leadership and health, postgraduate diploma in public health, nahone vha dovha vha vha CEO ya Hayani Hospital. So kha ri vha vhandele zwanḓa vha tshi khou ḓa ngeno phanḓa.
Lord, we lift you up. Onyomame, narekele mjiribia. You've done so much for me, I cannot tell it all. Narekele mo. If I had 10,000 tongues, it still wouldn't be enough. Narekele mo. Tukuna guamarele. When you heal completely. Narekele mo. Chukuma robi mo. Isi inkendile mo. Narekele mo. What shall I render to Jehovah? For he has done so very much for me. What shall I render to Jehovah? For he has done so very much for me. Hey. Nara, nara, narikele, narikele mo. So we lift you up, Jesus. Lift you up, Jesus. Glorify your name. Hey. To you be all the worship and praise. Forever and ever and ever. Ooh. Woo. He's done so much for me, I cannot tell it all. Yeah. Tell it all. If I had 10,000 tongues, still won't be enough, Jesus.
Thank you very much. Ndo livhuwesa Nsundeni ndo ndiye nda muḓivhesa hapa. Ndi zwone nṋe ndi pfhi Dr. Thavhani ndi muongi o ṱuwa kha stage zwoṱhe zwa academy u vhuya u swika tshi wana hezwi zwi no pfhi doctorate. Ndi na phiseyo nga maanḓa ya hezwi zwi no khou itiwa nga bono. Ndo waniwa nga Tsundeni ngauri ndo menthara vhaṅwe vhaswa, ndi kha ḓi menthara vhaṅwe vhaswa. Zwe hoyo a vha khou amba zwone ndi zwi nga tshifhinga tshanga tsha spare time. Zwino havho vhaswa ndi vhone vho nṱumanyaho na bono. They are becoming chartered accountants. Vho thoma tshivhase vha kha grade 80. U vhuya u swika vha tshi ṱuwa. Muṅwe u khou ṅwala board exam ya CA zwino nga dzi 28 dza January. ndina vhaswa vhaṅwe vhane vha vha dzi TVET, vhaṅwe vhane vha vha kha dzi University of Technology, zwiṅwe University of Harvard. We have got a lot of topics on leadership, but I've just chosen those that are contemporary, and those that will touch the volunteers. Those who want to become part of this beautiful foundation. And my key message is on emotional intelligence skills. I am a psychiatric nurse, I'm a mental health practitioner. Where I'm working, I deal with mental health issues. And you cannot be a leader if your emotional intelligence skills are not sharpened or are not developed. You have to go through emotional intelligence skills so that you become a responsible, accountable, and focused leader. I'm going to touch on meta-leadership dimensions and what is connectivity and disconnectivity and meta-leadership in practice. I will also just touch a dip of neuroscience. Neuroscience meaning the brain and linked to leadership. Then we'll talk about dreams, thoughts of life, and wisdom thoughts. That will become at the end of my presentation. Like I said, there are a whole range of leadership definitions. But this author, Dr. James Magara, said, leadership is learning from the past, preparing for the future, managing the present in light of the past and the future. Ndichi Jennifer wakwamba muswa waramugondo. And this is what he has learned. I just put this definition to what he was saying. Learning from the past, oba kusumbezo zori oba sadivi. Zauri uvalisa hani, the study methods zaundi zifio. Achikotodo ya university. Nauri kamusi aduwana zungwe zitu. But now, with volunteers, we might have made mistakes. Those mistakes will become our learning stepping stones. This other one, Dr. Miles Monroe, this was a motivational speaker from the Christian community. He said, this is the capacity to influence others through inspiration, motivation, motivated by passion, generated by vision, produced by a conviction, and ignited by purpose. And this is what Bono is doing here. When I look at the foundation and is celebrating 5 years, I'm looking at those volunteers who want to become part of this inspiration, who wants to inherit motivation by passion, and they will look at the vision of this beautiful organization and the purpose. Somebody asked, why are we here? And somebody said, we are going to enjoy lunch. But the purpose of Bono Foundation, I think, is more than that. And that is what we need, leaders who have got a passion and a vision shared amongst the Bono Foundation community. Now I'm just going to run through this. My main issue are on the EI component. For the volunteers, emotional intelligence is based in the brain on the system called limbic system. I'm just going to show you a structure. The limbic system governs our feelings. How do we laugh? How do we cry? Why do we cry when maybe something has happened? You see, I work with mental ill people. When you are saying, your son has passed with distinction, and you find the person crying, not crying in the sense of happiness, but crying in the opposite direction. Now, limbic system governs those feelings, the impulses, those drives. That is by the guy called Tom Bossett, who is also in Harvard University. Now, he outlined emotional intelligence into these components: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation. When you want to become a well-grounded person on emotional intelligence, you need to be aware of yourself. How? Knowledge of one's emotions. How do you react? How do you see things? How do you know your weaknesses? How do you know your strength before you come to lead the other people? If you are an angry person, you must know yourself so that you are also going to be able to control the other one who may be angry as yourself. The hallmarks of self-awareness is that you develop self-confidence and then you develop thirst for constructive criticism. When you have passed this area of introspection, so to say, that you need to know yourself, you need to know your strength and your weaknesses. And then you will have self-confidence. You will come and talk to a mentee when you are a mentor. You will be able to recognize what the mentee wants and assist in a way. Self-regulation, you control, you redirect, you redirect disruptive emotions and impulses. You see, when we hear people killing each other or shouting at each other, people are failing to control these disruptive emotions. These are impulses that comes to the mind and say, let me react in this fashion. For instance, a boyfriend is just going to the girl's friend place and find out that this lady is sleeping with another boyfriend, for another man there, or a boy. Those impulses becomes so uncontrollable to such an extent that the next thing is that I must kill, or I must hit, or I must shout. Now, when we say self-regulation, this person will not react on the spot, even though the situation is bad. And maybe people will say, no, this person is very stupid, or this person is very down. He needs to have killed this girl. But because of self-regulation, the person is able to control the emotions, the impulses. You will not pass those remarks that will make the situation worse. Motivation. You are being driven to achieve for the sake of achievement. Motivation is well understood. Empathy. You have to consider other feelings when making decisions. You don't just decide because you are an entity or you are having self-interest. Instead, you consider other feelings. Like I heard him saying he had a mentor. The mentor will not make decisions alone. He will know, or she will know how will my mentee react if we take this decision. And when those decisions are made with empathy, you are in the position of your mentee, and the mentee is in the position of the mentor. So the hallmarks are their expertise in attracting and retaining the talent, the ability to develop others, and sensitivity to cross-cultural differences. This is where maybe you differ from others. You will have to understand those so that you are empathetic in all your actions. The last one, social skills. Managing relationship to move people in desired direction. And that is why volunteers are needed in this particular organization. I think the organization wants to move people in desired directions. Now, this is just a figure showing how leadership should be done. Being a mentor or a mentee or the organization, the person in the center there, the person of meta leadership is directed by the 5 situations, where you have the the problem, then you have a situation, and the leader lead in silo, and you lead up and lead in connectivity. You are going to understand this in the next slides. What is being said here is that the leader has to face the problem, but the situation around the problem may direct him how to react and avoid leading in silo, leading in as a one person. Like here, disconnectivity and connectivity. This is where people are feeling like I am the best. In Bono, when we've got various mentors, when a mentor is at his corner and the other one is at another corner or the other corner, we have to avoid what we call silo mentality. That I am the best, she is not the best, or he is not the best. So we become disconnected, and the vision and activities of the organization now are not going to be achieved. But if we have connectivity, if you look at the 5-4 structures, they are connected, they are talking to each other, and by that we lead towards the desired direction. And that is why in the first, on the upper level, where we have got disconnectivity, everybody will do his own type of reaction, action, and maybe implemented them in a way that the organization is not going to benefit. Now, this is where I talked about neuroscience. Just briefly, this is the structure of the brain up to the neck area, where we have got what we call the fight or flight response. Those who have done life sciences, they might be remembering this. This is just to show how meta leadership controls. Meta leadership is in essence, you don't look upon others as what? Non-entities. This person whom you are mentoring, you don't say this person is not knowledgeable. I am the boss in terms of knowledge. I am the know-it-all. You don't do that. At the end, your brain has been constructed in a way that there is creation of abstract thinking on the part of the brain that is looked in blue there, emotional intelligence on the upper brain. Now, the new patterns are developed. They say it's the factory of laboratory on the part that is denoted by red. And the other one, I might be colorblind. These are patterns, the toolbox, where you take things that will help to solve problems. These are primitive survival. Primitive means those things that are done like children. So at the end, then this leader is prepared to face the situation. Never lead when you are in the basement. Meaning, if you are here where there is flight or fight, if you are angry, if you are not developed, you cannot lead because your emotions are unstable. Hence, on the other side, they said it's primitive. It means on the basement, mutu wakonu jia decision okwata. Asa konu seya, as your situation ine aba lose. So wafeza also ngojia decision yone. So these are the basics of meta leadership. Never lead when you are in the basement. The speech or the decision you make when you are in the basement is the one you are most likely to regret. If you take a decision, the problem is not in the going to the basement, but the problem is how deep the basement you go, how long you stay there, and what you do there. Now, I'm just coming to my conclusion. A dream is a succession of images. Rina miloro. But this guy who defined these dreams Zwingatotoda imwe topic ya limwe ḓuvha. I've just picked up, it's a long story, especially when you want to know how dreams become a reality. But a dream is a succession of images. They come when a person is sleeping, during the day, and they occur involuntarily in the mind during certain stages of sleep. I'm not going to dwell much on the physiology of sleep, but what happens is, miloro idai, vatu basakoto zifuna, basako divona, va mungwe engineer, va divona va mungwe architect, and whatsoever. But this happens as ideas, as images. Now these guys, I've just brought them for your information. You know electricity. Electricity with a load shedding. This guy called Benjamin Franklin is the one who discovered it in the whole world. Now this guy had a vision. All these people who started the first light bulb, yene inokofunga, inera ishumisa hayani, inera koishumisa na zwino. It was started by an English scientist called Humphrey Davy. Flushing toilet. These guys had dreams, and they are also enjoying the royalties of what happens with a bulb goes to Humphrey Davy. Onoroba kale, but the world is enjoying the dream that came to him. Look at the flushing toilet. But now, John Harrington, 1596, discovered uri hungavana flushing toilet. How many flushing toilets zinaweza kushuma zvino? Vakuchinja dzisistene, but the idea was generated by this guy. So John Harrington lineage vaku enjoy the benefits za miloro yawe. Cell phone zikoshuma bad zvino. Who discovered this? That was done by Motorola. Motorola is the same name. On the 3rd of April, 1973, and Martin Cooper was the first to use that cell phone that was invented by Motorola. Though variba mronya na those dwazori Motorola yo vaimwe ya phone yo vaika fashion bad. This one ngufi Motorola ngauri mutu automo cell phone oba chifi Motorola. Kava bonozori cell phone iko ritusana. I'm here because a cell phone. Tsundeni ndo vanhu saturo tangana naye rachitoamba. Mara nguri una cell phone, we're talking through WhatsApp, we're talking through emails, we're talking through voice calls, WhatsApp calls, etc. Ngantane hoyu muntu wazvita nga 1973. Ndiye humbura musi ichitobvera Motorola nichifara novanchitoma na Jenisa imwe eriala na iri entha. So that connectivity becomes, and yo chinga fashion bad riapa yalira ngori ndachingatova ndindote. Ndova chingato if and ikurwane maybe like this microphone in and I far up. So this guy, we are enjoying the fruit of his dream.